All right, welcome back. So it's afternoon now. We just got done revealing your guys' build and the parts that are going in it. And on your way out, we just got to poking around in our parts and we decided
Found some goodies. And
time to do something with this one. So tell them what this is.
that's a Harmony, an old 60s Harmony. Bolt-on neck. It's got crap pots. It's got crap everything. Hardware, tuners. It's just junk. But we want to do something with Harmony because Harmonies they're collectible to a point. It's a childhood memory. You know, people used to play this. This is what I used to get when I was a kid. It's guitars like this. But they were junk, so we decided to make one better.
So we picked out some parts out of our parts bins. And what we ended up deciding to go with here. These are out of a Love Rock Japanese Les Paul. And they are a PAF humbucker, and everybody raves about them. So we're going to put these Japanese PAFs in it. We're going to do a 50s wiring in it with all cloth pushback wiring and vintage metal pushback. And then we'll use this for the ground cable to ground all the pots. So it's flexible to get in and out of the guitar. We're going to use the CTS 500K pots. These are brand new. I started to solder them up on a grounding plate to do a 50s wiring and didn't do it. So they're still new and they're started for exactly what we're doing anyhow. Orange drop 0.022s. And then we have two different styles of tuners here. We have the Kluson Grover Deluxe style, but they're just the no-name brand. These came in that gold top that we just built. Right there. So they had stuffed them in there with some t-shirt and stuff just to hold the hardware and things that they left on it. They kind of robbed what they wanted before they sold it. So I figured we could use these in there or even these strip tuners if they fit right.
We'll find out.
Yeah, the shafts line up anyhow here as far as the poles go, but being a strip tuner and that being on an angle, we might have to go with the Kluson styles. Yeah, got new Gibson. These are, I got them right out of the OEM Gibson parts. Gibson speed knobs, new input jack. We'll stay in tune hopefully with some stay in tune strings.
1046s.
We do have to replace this inlay. That was missing and they had this chunk of plastic shoved in there.
Yeah, that's the way we got it.
So yeah, we are gonna replace that, but I'll basically do everything I did to that Gibson J15 over there is wet sand it and polish it. We'll take it all apart, pull the neck, all the pickups, just completely gut it out.
Show them the custom flexi knobs on this thing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, check these out here. We got some nice relicing going on.
Oh yeah.
Some nice bending, some tilter whirl.
Yeah, it's a tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah. So the knobs are all bent, pots are bent. And then what we figured we'd do, anywhere there's like chips and stuff like that, we'll just get some cherry stain and we'll touch them areas up prior to the wet sanding and polishing. Get all these filled in. That way if you have any residue, it'll come off with the wet sanding and polishing process. But yeah, so we're going to try to make this thing sound good with...
It's going to be a challenge.
With some CTS pots, 500Ks, and
We'll see if we can take some good parts and make something crappy. It's got a good foundation, but...
Yeah, so this is basically like our toilet series.
Yeah. Hey.
So, but over here we have another one for parts, and it's the same exact guitar, but it says Global.
Same factory.
But it's identical. There is not a single part on this thing that is different, and this one's in pretty rough shape. Or it may just look that way because it's so much dirtier.
Filthy. It's never been cleaned in 40 years.
Actually, the back of the body is in better shape. It is a bolt-on neck. We could,
I was thinking that, but
we could dissect them both and use the best parts. How about you guys vote? Comment down below. All right, let's look at these backs. Do we dissect them? Now, you can't take all this grub on it in consideration because it'll clean up with wet sanding and polishing, but
really, but this one's got less obtrusive scratch. That one's got a squiggly that goes like a snake all the way
Yeah,
across.
this one's got a couple big ones down in
We've
here
never
too.
seen that.
Either way, our plan was to clean this one up and throw strings on it just to keep it as a wall hanger. But even if we take it apart to get parts, it can still go back together to serve that same purpose. So we were also thinking about warming up this inlay to get it out, so it would match, because I think it's going to be,
From the aging.
yeah, for the aging and stuff.
You're never going to match that.
And since that one's going to be a wall hanger, if we're going to have to replace one and not have to worry, you know, throw it in the wall hanger.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can get that out maybe. But I noticed this looks like it has a ebony fretboard. And this one looks like rosewood.
Look at the black tar in there.
Yeah,
They
it's
used to-
definitely laminated, but
it's
the
a
way they
mystery.
did it makes
it's
it
a
look
mystery
like,
on what they did to,
yeah.
to glue those in.
But yeah, so there they are. There's your Global and your Harmony. And we plan on trying to hot rod the Harmony. So,
Yeah, it's a new challenge, man. Why not?
right. So obviously it will come after your guys's build and
But this
the
is
three fender builds, but
it's a spare parts guitar that's
Yeah.
something that's old, and see if you can't make something old sound good.
right. And
Something from the past, a blast from the past.
we just decided last minute, you know, because we were just poking around the shop after we got done filming that video. Man, this thing is super fast. I cannot get used to that. So yeah, we were just digging around in the parts and thinking about future builds, and we were like, you know what? Why not mess around with that Harmony now? Because I'm not gonna put these in a Gibson. So that might offend some people, because a lot of people said that these are really good pickups, but I'm just not going to put a Japanese or a Chinese humbucker in a Gibson.
I was going to put foil backs in this, but then it would sound too much like a Gretsch. And you were like, well, I got these.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that makes more sense. It's more like a PAF.
Right. Yeah.
So might as well keep it when it gets some style.
It is a PAF. From what the one guy said on the video, he said these are, some people say they're better than an American PAF, but
So this whole Harmony might come out sounding great.
yeah, I'm anxious to see. So,
It's a what if build. It's parts, spare parts guitar.
and then, you know, down the road, so we got the three fenders, your guys' Gibson, and this. One of the other things that we really need to, we keep talking about it.
It's got to go down.
I know, we got to take this to Lay's. I think we should attempt first. So tell them the
With a heat
story.
gun.
You painted this when you were a kid.
Yeah, I was in elementary school when I got this guitar. And I was actually in a band for a little bit. And I played bass. And it was, the body was silver and it had a maple neck. And that black part on the headstock, that was brushed aluminum. I painted that black. And then that one guard where the tuners are, that was brushed aluminum. I painted that black. The only thing that originally was black is where the pickups are. But it was a pretty gray. It was a gorgeous guitar, but I wanted an all white bass, and I took it apart and I painted it.
So we're going to attempt to try to get the paint to come off
Go back to the original.
and go back to the original. But if it doesn't work out, we'll just have them refinish it the way it was originally.
Yeah, and I'm missing the stamped little steel silver tone plaque that was on there.
Yeah.
I had it somewhere.
I bet you we could find that on eBay. The little ashtray cover.
Yeah, I'm
too.
missing the ashtray, and I'm missing that little stamped steel thing. That it was tin.
Yeah. So this is definitely going to be one of our projects, a refinish project coming
That
up.
thing sounds good.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that borrowed that. He was going to use it for 2.5 weeks because he was going to buy a bass guitar. He had it for 2.5 years. And he played in a band with that guitar. And he loved it. It sounded good.
If you don't want to refinish it the same color, you could refinish it to match that Paisley bass amp over there.
You think? Or just cover it with a paisley.
Yeah, you could. Well, not that one. That one's that really thick plush stuff. So anyways, that's it. We just figured we'd do a real quick video here and tell you guys we added another project to the list of projects. So as soon as the pick guard shows up for Kevin's guitar, we'll get that strung up and finished up. And then we're going to be working on your guys' build, which is over here. The blue tribute. And then what else? Fenders,
Fenders, yeah.
Fenders, and then Global. And if we haven't bought anything by then we'll do that bass or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still got some amps, so.
Yeah. And we still got piles of guitars on shelves and stuff that we can screw around and dick with. We know it needs done, but
There's a couple guitars I want to go with a sustainer on. That
yeah.
one.
Just the sustainer pickups.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember the ones
I
I
want a
sent you.
sustainer
Yeah.
guitar.
Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. We got one more project. Actually kind of two, because this one's going to be taken apart and cleaned.
Clean.
And that way we can put it back on the wall, because it looks just too grubby with 3 strings that are rotted. And,
That's original dirt, man. You got to pay
right,
money
yeah,
for that.
but yeah. So we're gonna hot rod a Harmony, and we're gonna
Clean a global.
clean a Global, yeah. So till then, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.